Hey everyone, how's it going today? Tanse, it is me, Lance Cardinal. So excited to be here with you again, once again for another fun episode of Indigenous Art Adventures. Like I said, my name is Lance Cardinal. I'm from the Treaty 8 Big Stone Cree Nation in up north in the Wabasca area, and I'm coming to you live from my studio here in Edmonton, and so happy, as always, to be presenting by the Aboriginal Congress of Alberta Association, and always so nice to be working with them to help spread some art and love and positivity and culture with all of you out there. Now I hope you're all doing okay, spending time with your families and being safe and socially distant. As you know, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so it's so important that everyone out there continue to wash your hands wherever you go, stay 6 feet apart from each other, and of course, wear your masks when you're out in public or not with your cohorts. Such a good idea to help slow down that spread. But today, it's all about art and fantastic fun with you guys out there. So I'm so excited. Let's start the way we always do, in a good way, which is to say hello in Cree. And of course, all of you out there know how to say hello in Cree, but we're gonna do it again. And those of you who don't know, here it is here. The word for hello in Cree is Tanse. That's right. Tanse is how we say hello in Cree, and I want all of you out there to give it a shot. On the count of 3, I want to hear all you try and say Tanse as well, as long as those other ones out there join in with us. On the count of 3, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Tanse! Yes, that's right. Good job, you guys. Amazing. I love when you start to help and share with culture and try your best to say words. It's amazing. Thank you so much. So yes, hello, how are you today? It's time for some art. But you know what? Now it's time for the Cree word of the day. And of course, the Cree word of the day is the word that we use to help us inform what our craft is going to be today, our amazing art project. And the Cree word I want to teach you guys is Ohnimitu. Ohnimitu. And that means dancer. That's right. Today's Cree word is dancer, and we say it Ohnimitu. Now let's hear all of you out there on a count of 3 say the word Ohnimitu as well and say dancer. Are you ready? Piak, Niso, Misto, Ohnimitu. Yes, good job. That's right. The word is dancer, and that brings us to our amazing project today. Are you ready to see what it is? Are you ready out there? Here it is. Today we're going to be making these amazing spirit dancers. That's right. These are them right there. Look at them. They're so cool. Little spirit dancers. Now these are little puppets you can make that can dance and move. Here they are. Here's one on a little stick here. You can make it dance and spin just like this. Dancing and spinning, we're spinning all around. We're dancing and spinning, our feet don't touch the ground. That's right, we have some amazing dancers here. I got a little blue one with some yellow and some green. This one here is a bit of a tie-dye with all sorts of different colors. And of course, the last one we have here is a nice, beautiful yellow one with some sparkly as well on there, some gold circles. So that is our spirit dancer project today. So much fun. So I'm going to put those right there so we can see them and make sure we know what we're doing. Now, the first thing we have to do, of course, as always, is get together all the supplies we need. And today, the first thing we're going to need, of course, is tissue paper. Now, this is what these are made of. They're tissue paper dancers. So here I have a whole bunch of different colors: pink, blue, red, even yellow with some polka dots. And now this is a really great way to do it. But if you don't have tissue paper, there's something else you can do that's really, really fun. You can use coffee filters. So the first thing I want to do today is show you guys how to make your own custom-made coffee filters that you can use to create these beautiful dancers if you don't have tissue paper at home. All right, so what we're going to do first is get the supplies together to make our own coffee filter papers, and then we're going to continue on. So to make those, we're going to need washable markers. Here they are right here. Some elastic bands, that's for a little bit later, so those are going to put with the dancers. We are also going to need bamboo skewers, of course, just like these here. So we have a bunch of them here in case we want to choose the different sizes. Also, we need some pipe cleaners, and these are going to be for the body. So we want to have 2 per dancer. So I here have 2 different colors, pink, 2 of yellow, 2 of blue. We can pick from those when it's time. We're also going to need, of course, coffee filters. Now these are the regular coffee filters, basket style, you can get from the dollar store or wherever. They look just like this. You can see here, these are the coffee filters we need to make that happen. So we'll put those right to the side there. We're also going to need a baking sheet like this. That's going to be where we make and create our coffee filter patterns here. Now we're also going to need, of course, a little bit of water. So I have in my cup right here some water we're going to put right there. And also we're going to need a little bit of a paintbrush. Okay, that's just to put the water onto the filters. So fun. All right, so the first thing we're going to do before we start a project is create our own custom filters just like this, so it's nice and bright and colorful. So how we do that is we get some coffee filters just like this. Now you want to get the kind of filters that are the basket style, right? So we put our filter down like this and put a piece of paper down where you're going to be working, because the marker does go through the bottom. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is do some color designs on our filter. So first pick whatever colors you want to use. I think I'm going to go with I think yellow, and let's see, maybe some red. I'm going to go yellow and red today because these are kind of bright, fun colors. Here we go. So I'm going to start with the red. And like I said before, don't worry too much about it being pretty. You just want to put some patterns down, just like this. 1, 2, maybe 1 there, 3, just like that. And then let's get some yellow on there. Now, it can be a little bit difficult to color on. Just got to be patient and put the color in wherever you want it. I'm going to be yellow there, yellow here, and a bit of yellow right there. Now, I think what I'll do is put yellow all along the bottom as well, and then maybe some red in between there. So there we go, like that, and like this. Okay. Very, very cool. Now again, doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be perfect, because this is just going to be color that's going to blend into the rest of the filter afterwards. So it's not important that it's perfect. It is important that you cover the entire filter though as much as possible. Unless you want a really pale color, then only a few areas. But I like to cover the whole thing because it tends to bleed out anyway. So you want to make sure that it is completely covered. All right, we got some more red areas for red here. I'm going to go red down here. And as you can see, like I said before, don't worry too much about it being perfect. You just want to cover the entire area with color, just like that. Now, it seems like 2 colors might not be enough. I wonder if I should pick 1 more color. Let's see here. So there we have our filter looking really, really cool with red and yellow, but maybe another color might be fun. What about some green, just on the bottom? Let's try that. We're gonna go green all along the bottom, just like this. You know, just experiment, be brave. You know, nothing has to be perfect. It's art. There's no wrong way to do it. You want to have fun and experiment and explore. That's what it's all about. All right, so now we have all of our filter. There it is right here. Check it out. Filtered, all done. It looks so cool. Now, we bring our baking sheet into the area here we're going to be working in, just like that. And there we go. Now, don't forget, we need 2 filters per dancer. So if you are making custom filters, you need 1 filter underneath this filter, just like that. And that's how they'll sit in our baking sheet, because you can see here, each of these dancers have 2 filters, 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, okay? Now this is also going to be 2 circles of tissue paper if you don't have filters, but this is what you want to do. Put the blank filter on the bottom and the colored filter on top, okay? Now we get our water and we start to wet it. Now you can see here, I have a little bit of water just like that, and a brush. And we want to be careful here. We want to make sure not to brush too hard or put too much water onto our filter. It doesn't take a lot. So all we do is start to paint. There we go. You can see here the water immediately soaks into the filter. And you want to work as quickly as you can so that you're not spreading the water too much around. Now again, don't put too much water, just enough to get it wet. And try not to go over the same places twice with the water. Now the reason we're doing 2 filters is because all that paint's going to seep down to the bottom filter and make an exact copy or replica of the top filter. It's kind of a magic little process. That's why we put 2, so we can have 2 coffee filter dancers, not just 1. And you can already see here my filter is getting all sorts of colors and starting to blend in, kind of like a tie-dye look, and that's exactly what we want. Now, once we've wet the filter, the next thing to do is kind of spread it out so it's not too wrinkly. Make sure it looks nice and smooth, and that looks just great. Now here we go. There's lots of different ways you can dry this. Now you can actually leave it in the pan overnight, and by the next day it'll be all ready for you to use. You can also put it in the oven at 150 degrees or possibly 160 degrees for like about 10 or 20 minutes, but make sure and watch it very carefully. It's pretty safe that way, but it doesn't take very long to dry that way as well. But another way you can do it is also to use a hair dryer and hair dry it in place. Now that's why I like to use this baking sheet, because it takes the heat well and it won't damage the table or whatever it is, and plus it kind of holds it in place. So let's blow dry this one in place and we'll be able to see how it looks. Now if you don't have a hair dryer at home, I do recommend getting one. These are the best tools for crafting. It helps paint dry, so let's go ahead and dry this right now. Now you don't want to stay too close to one spot. You want to move your dryer around to keep all the areas dry. I like to go back and forth, around and around, different directions. That way, you know, you're making sure everything's dry. Now, as you dry it, you want to lift it up off the paper, both pieces, and flip it over and dry the other side as well to keep it nice and dry on both sides. Let's do that now. Well, it feels pretty good. You can touch it and actually feel that it's getting drier, and that's a good thing. Ah, yes, we're getting there. And there we go. Now you can tell that it's finished by the fact that it's getting crinkly paper. Before it was soft. So once we're finished that, we can move our tray away, and we are left with two beautiful circles. Check that out. Isn't that amazing? Yes, let's pull this piece of paper away. That is our scrap paper. So then we are left with two beautiful circles just like that. Check it out. Aren't those pretty? So that is kind of like what we have for our paper. Now, I did a whole bunch of different samples. You can see all sorts of different ways that you can do these kind of circles, okay? So we have, this one was done with a black and a red marker. So that's what a black and red marker looks like, really cool. This one was purple, pink and orange. Love these two colors, so pretty. We also have purples and pinks, just like the one I did here. You can see the top one's a little bit less, the bottom one's a little bit less colorful, but that's how that rolls. So that's two other different ones. And also we have here yellow and blue and a little bit of green as well. So those are also really cool. So now we have to decide today what ones we're going to use. But like I said before, if you don't have coffee filters, you can also cut out circles the same size out of tissue paper. But today, since we have these fun filters, we're going to use those. But you use whatever you have in your home that's going to make it perfect. So which one should we use? Let me think. What do you guys think out there? Pink one? Blue one? Oh, okay, I heard someone out there say they want to use the one we just made today, and I love that idea. Let's use the one we just made, the purple, and it kind of looks like a watermelon. Doesn't that look like a watermelon? That's really, really cool. All right, so the next step is we put aside our filters, or while they're drying, we can get together our dancer's body, okay? So we can decide, since we have this color of dress, maybe we can do, let's go with a blue dancer today. Now don't worry about the color of your dancer. It's up to you, whatever you like, whatever's your favorite color you can use, and that's totally the right answer. Okay, first thing we do now is we get one piece of this pipe cleaner and we make it into a shape like that, okay? Just like this. So that's how that looks. And we want to twist the head just a little bit so we can decide where our head is going to be. And that's kind of how that looks, just like that, okay? The next step we're going to do is get one of our bamboo skewers. It's going to be our dancer, a holder for a dancer. We're going to put it right on top of here. We're going to place it in a way that the pokey part is sticking upward near the bottom of the head there, sort of below the neckline. And then we're going to take our secondary pipe cleaner, like that, start it near midway of the body, just like that, and wrap it till it comes to the top. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4 times, just like that. And you want to make sure you're grabbing that stick too, so that it becomes part of the holder, okay? This one has to come up now too. 1, 2, and that looks like about the same kind of arm length. You want to make sure they're pretty much the same. Let's see here. There, look at that. Perfect. And you got little dancer feet on the bottom, just like that. There we go. Little dancer. You can see here, it's being held by that, and that's ready to have a dress put on it. So that's our next step, is putting the dress on. So there it is. You can see this little man with the wrapped around there. So perfect. Let's put that aside for now. I'm going to take out, no, I'll put it right here. So the next step we have now is to get our filters or whatever we have for paper and get it ready to put on the dancer. So first thing we do is fold our paper in half, just like that. This is going to be the top level, okay? The top layer of the dress. And we fold it again. And we fold it again. And one more time, just like that. And we get our scissors. And we're going to cut a little teeny tiny top off of this. Not very big, just a little tiny bit, because it'll be way bigger when you open it. So a little tiny cut, just like that. Because when we open it up, it's going to be where the head goes through, okay? You can see there, not very big, just enough for the head to go through. So once we did that, let's make it a little bit bigger actually. Fold it up, one more snip, snip, just like that. And then we're good. Now we have our neck hole just like that. You can see it there. Now we're going to make open it up so it's folded just in half like that. And we're going to make 2 little slits right along the shoulder where we think the arms are going to go through his sleeve. So we're going to do one little cut here and one little cut here. Just like that. And that is ready for the dress. Perfect. All right, now we take our little figure just like this, and we're going to put the dress on our dancer. Now we want to squeeze the head a little bit skinny so it goes through the hole correctly, and have the arms kind of up in the air so it's able to put the dress on, okay? So what we do is we put the arms first through the 2 little slits we made. 1, 2, piak, niso. We put those 2 little slips through, and there they go through the slits, and then the head goes through that center hole, just like you were dressing someone who's putting on their dress, okay? So there we go. Just like that, put them all the way through, bring our arms down, and that's perfect top. Now let's open up our head, book, just like that, and we have the top of our dancer. So awesome. Now the next step, we can bring all that paper down, just like that. Perfect. And the next step is to go from the bottom and do the second level. So now we have the second level. We're going to do the same thing. Fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, and fold it. There we go. And we're going to cut another little tiny hole, very small, boink, just like that, in the bottom. And that will be the hole for the bottom, just like that. Just one little hole, that's all you need. Now we're going to go with our dancer through here, put our stick through the hole, and we're also going to have to put our legs through the hole too. So let's straighten those out, put them right through the bottom, just like that. And now we have both layers, okay? Perfect, just like that. Isn't that cool? Now, the next thing we want to do is get our elastic bands. Now we have, what do we have here? Blue, green. Let's go with a green elastic band. Now these are very big elastic bands, so I like to cut them so that I have less to work with and just make a little belt. You know what I mean? It don't have to be a giant elastic band, but you can use little tiny elastic bands, or like the ones for your braces, things like that. So now we take this dancer and we get all the papers together like this and make yourself a little waistline. But there, get our elastic band, We're gonna wrap it around once, twice, and then tie it off. Just like that. There we go. I'm gonna tie it into a knot so it will never, ever, ever come off. Perfect. And now, snip. Oh my goodness, and there it is. She has her dress on, and now we take our hands and we fluff out that dress so it looks perfect. There we go. Oh, she looks so beautiful. Look at that. And we have our fluffy, beautiful watermelon dress that we made together. And now we put our hands in a dancing position. Let's make this one doing ballerina hands up to the sky. Just like that, maybe. That and that. And there it is. Oh my goodness. Our little my little dancing watermelon ballerina. And there it is. You can do a little puppet show. Little ballerina dancing. She's a little ballerina dancing. She flies through the air. She spins everywhere. She's a dancing ballerina. Oh, I love it so much. And all sorts of toys. You can do a little dance recital with two of them, let's say. Let's see here. Dancing, they are dancing, and we're dancing all together. Dancing, we are spinning, we are dancing all together. That's right, it's so much fun to have dancing puppets like this. I love it so much, love it. Anyway, everyone, thank you once again. It's always so nice to be here with you and spend time with you here today. As always, may the Creator watch over you as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the river flows. See you guys later.